What's good, everybody? It is Ace here, back with another props video for you guys. Yesterday we swept PrizePicks, so we had Tatum over 31.5 PA and that cash easily without a sweat, and then Jordan Poole under 20.5 PA, and that was sweat free as well. So super sweat free cashes for you guys. If y'all put that in a 2-man, y'all cash. I also posted Tatum over 12.5 RA yesterday in the Discord, but by the time I recorded my YouTube video, it was already bumped. So Discord people caught that cash, and then we went 5-2 yesterday in the Discord, 71%. We had Halliburton over 23.5 PR on Chalkboard, and that hooked. Yeah, it was just a very, very unfortunate. He didn't shoot that well, but that should have easily been a cash, but we got hooked. And then Derek White over 11.5 points. We had that on YouTube too. The whole reason, if you guys watched that video, the whole reason we took that prop is because Bruce Brown is a cone on defense, and we talked about how he's allowing the highest field goal percentage against restricted area shots, paint shots, mid-range shots, and threes on the whole Pacers roster. But before the game, he was ruled out of the game. I posted that last night when he was supposed to play. He was expected to play. But yeah, he got ruled out, and then Derek White did trash because he had a way harder matchup. So, I mean, that's just unfortunate. But the whole reason we took that prop was because Bruce Brown, and he was ruled out. But, I mean, we can't control that. So we went 3-1 on YouTube, but we did sweep PrizePicks, and then today I asked everybody to send the green slips in the chat, and all these people hit today in the Discord. Everybody hit. It was a great day in the Discord. So this guy sent his own. Where is it? This one sent his own slip. I did not post that, but yeah, all these NBA plays I posted in the Discord. So yeah, everybody won. It was a good day, great day for everybody. Remember, guys, you're not in the Discord. If you guys want every single play before they're bumped, before I drop the YouTube video, like hours before, I start posting at like 9-10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then I post my YouTube videos like at 12 or 1 a.m. after I look at the whole board. So everybody gets that pre-bump value and just gets all my plays, because these aren't all the plays that the plays that I post on YouTube aren't all my plays. You guys remember that? If you guys want all the plays in the Discord, you guys got to join the Discord. Right now it's $15 a month and $150 lifetime. The prices will be increasing soon because Rocket League is coming back to PrizePicks, and that's my best sport. I'm better in Rocket League than NBA, so we'll have NBA and Rocket League at the same time. So it's gonna be a very, very, very good time. A lot of y'all from YouTube have joined the Discord too. So if you guys want to lock those prices in before they do get increased, $15 a month or $150 lifetime. You guys have been doing both of those memberships a ton, so I do appreciate you guys. But yeah, today I got 2 PrizePicks props for you guys and 3 Chalkboard props, so let's get into it. Our first PrizePicks prop is going to be DeJounte Murray over 14.5 first half PRA. So we ran this prop a few days ago at 15.5, now it's at 14.5. So let's talk about this prop. Without DeAndre Hunter, he's out once again. So DeJounte Murray is over this prop in 8 out of 10 games this season without DeAndre Hunter, who is out again. And specifically in road games, DeJounte is over in all 6 out of 6 road games without Hunter this season, averaging 18.2 first half PRA per game in that span. So he's been a road warrior, and he's been great without DeAndre Hunter in the first half. And also, if we look at first half points per game allowed, the Magic are allowing the 5th most points per game in the first half in their last 3 games out of every single team in the league. So they've been terrible in the first half recently. The shooting guard for the Magic is Jalen Suggs, so DeJounte Murray will be guarded by Jalen Suggs. And if we look at Jalen Suggs' last 10 games, or actually let's look at DeJounte Murray's shot chart first. So we're looking at DeJounte Murray's first half shot chart in his last 5 games specifically, because in all 5 of those games, Jalen Johnson was playing and DeAndre Hunter was out, and those 2 factors are remaining the same today. So DeJounte Murray has been a beast in the restricted area. If we look there, he's been absolutely elite. He's been scoring a ton there. In the paint, he's been even better. The dark blue circles are makes, and the light blue, not shaded in circles, are misses. So we're looking for those dark blue circles. He's been absolutely amazing in the paint. And then in the mid-range, he's also been very good as well, except he hasn't gotten that much volume in the mid-range, but he's been very good. And then at above the break threes, he's been absolutely insane. He's shooting 56.3% from three in those 5 games, so he's been great. So we know his hot spots are that restricted area, the paint, and then the above the break three. So let's look how Jalen Suggs has fared in those zones. In his last 10 games, Jalen Suggs is allowing a 65.8% field goal percentage against restricted area shots. In the paint, he's allowing a 47.1% field goal percentage, which is also advantageous. Against mid-range shots, he's allowing 59.6%, which is the highest out of all Magic starters, so he's been very advantageous there. And then at above the break threes, he's allowing a 35.7% three-point percentage, which is pretty decent, mediocre, not really that advantageous of a matchup for DeJounte, but DeJounte Murray has been elite there. So, I'm taking him against a mediocre matchup. I'll take him anyway, so pretty good matchup for DeJounte in the restricted area and in the paint, and then his threes, he's just been killing it there. So I'm liking that prop a lot. Also, this is a buy low spot for DeJounte Murray. So this first half PRA is usually like 5 higher than his points, but it's actually only 4 higher than his points. So the reason is because he actually had 0 first half RA against the Pacers last game, which is a huge outlier. If we look at all of his logs, he's gotten 3+ in his last 8 games. He's gotten 4+ in like 7 of those games. He's gotten 5+. So this was a huge outlier. The Hawks were blown out by halftime, so that's mainly the reason why he didn't get many assists, and then he just didn't get many rebounds because Pacers do not allow a ton of rebounds to shooting guards. But so they're making this prop lower. It should be like 15.5. I do think this gets bumped. I'm like pretty positive that this will get bumped. Even with that dud 0 RA, he's averaging 5.3 first half RA per game without DeAndre Hunter. So the clear value is still PRA at 14.5. So that's why I'm taking his PRA instead of points. Our second PrizePicks props. Now, second PrizePicks prop. God, I'm gonna warn you guys. So this player, he's playing the Nuggets, right? So he is playing against Nikola Jokic, and Jokic does have a very good tendency of drawing fouls. So this guy could get into foul trouble, which would chalk the prop because it's a first half prop, right? So I'm letting you guys know, I'm letting you guys be wary of that he could get into foul trouble. So if you guys are scared of that, you don't have to take the prop, but I'm going very light on this prop. But it is Jalen Duren over 12.5 first half PRA. So if we look at his first half shot chart in his last 5 games, he's shooting 73%, and almost all those shots are from the restricted area. Obviously, he's not shooting any mid-range, he's not shooting any threes. So he's been a beast in the restricted area. And if we look at his last 5 games specifically, those were all without Isaiah Stewart, who was once out again. He's over in all 5 out of 5 of those games, averaging 17.6 first half PRA per game in that span. So like I said, he is catching that Jokic matchup. And in your head, when you think of Jokic, you're like, oh, that's a tough matchup for Jalen Duren. It really is not. So as we saw, Jalen Duren lives in the restricted area. In Jokic's last 5 games, he's allowing a 62% field goal percentage against restricted area shots, which is the second highest out of all Nuggets players. So this is actually very advantageous for Duren because that's where he lives, and Jokic has been very bad defensively at guarding that spot. So Duren, he gets a great matchup here. And then also, Duren is known for his rebounds. He's one of the best rebounders in the whole league. And in the last 30 days, the Nuggets are allowing the 6th most rebounds per game to centers. So he should get a ton of rebound opportunities as well. And, he lives in that restricted area, so he should get a ton of scoring opportunities because Jokic has been very bad at guarding that restricted area. This game also has a 16.5 point spread, so blowout potential is very, very high. That's why I'm taking his first half prop. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to list off a few centers who have played the Nuggets very, very recently and have cleared this 12.5 first half PRA line. Mo Wagner, not Franz Wagner, guys. His brother, Mo Wagner, had 16 first half PRA against the Nuggets just last game. Nick Richards, the backup center for the Hornets, had 14 first half PRA. Chet Holmgren had 24 first half PRA, although I'm not really including that in the mix because he had like 3 threes in that first half, and obviously we saw Duren is not a 3-point shooter, so he had like a little element that Duren doesn't have. But again, Nick Richards once again played the Nuggets, the backup center for the Hornets, and he had 19 first half PRA. And Claxton also very recently played the Nuggets, and he had 17 first half PRA. And I think Jalen Duren is way better than Mo Wagner, and I think he's way better than Nick Richards. So if he just stays out of foul trouble, he should easily be able to clear this line, and it's a good matchup for him. So I'm liking that a lot. So those are 2 PrizePicks props. I like Duren. I'm going a little bit lighter on Duren, just because that foul trouble possibility. But also, I have 3 Chalkboard props for you guys. So reminder, if you guys are not on Chalkboard, they have alt lines. Like for example, let's look at a random points prop. Donovan Mitchell at 28.5 points. You can go on Chalkboard. You can make it like 23.5 points. You'll get a lesser payout. But I mean, it's way safer than catching a hook or like missing by like 2 or 3 points on PrizePicks. So I love the app a lot. Chalkboard has treated me very, very well. We've profited a ton on Chalkboard in the Discord. Everybody can vouch for that. Chalkboard has been amazing. So if you're not on this app, you guys are missing out. If you're not on the app, 100% deposit match up to $100 if you use my code ACE when you first deposit, and you guys will also get 2 months of premium for free if you DM me on Discord and you show me proof that you use my code. Since the prices are increasing soon, I'll probably make that like 1 month for free pretty soon. So you guys are still getting that 2 months for free as of right now if you DM me proof that you use my code. I've already had a few of you guys from YouTube DM me proof that you use my code, and I gave you guys 2 months. So people are taking advantage of that offer. It's a great offer, and also the app in general is just it's actually my favorite app. I like it way more than PrizePicks just because you can do those alt lines. I know you get a lesser payout, and I know people want to hit those 6-mans and all that, but I mean, I would much rather take a lesser payout but a secured, way higher chance at cashing than, risking it. But yeah, I got 3 Chalkboard props for you guys today. So let's get into that first Chalkboard prop. Our first Chalkboard prop is going to be Ja Morant over 11.5 rebounds and assists. So over 11.5 RA. So specifically in his games without Derrick Rose, who is out once again today, he is over this line in all 7 out of 7 games this season without Derrick Rose, averaging 14.7 RA per game, which is very, very much higher than this line. You guys can take this at 13.5 on PrizePicks. It's all up to you, but I'm posting this one on Chalkboard. So if we look at Court IQ, which is a great website to look at stats, advanced stats, and if we look at Ja Morant's numbers on the court with this starting lineup, so which is Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, trying to find everybody. Jaren Jackson, where's Jaren Biyombo, and then Marcus Smart. That's the starting lineup. And then with Derrick Rose off the court, if we look at per 36 minutes with these lineups, let that load. We look at these numbers. Ja Morant is averaging 11.06 assists and 8.99 rebounds per 36 minutes without Derrick Rose and with this starting lineup. That equates to 20.05 RA per 36 minutes, which is absolutely insane. And Grizzlies like to run Biyombo, but they also like to run Xavier Tillman a ton. So if we actually take Biyombo out of the equation completely, and if we look at just Ja, Bane, Jaren, and Smart, which is the core 4 for the Grizzlies, and take Derrick Rose off the court, and we look at those numbers per 36 minutes, Ja Morant is averaging still 15.51 RA per 36 minutes with the Grizzlies core 4 and then Derrick Rose just off the court. So that is very, very good. Obviously the line is 11.5. We just need 12. He's averaging 15.5 RA per 36 minutes with that core 4 and Rose off the court. So that's absolutely great. And in the last 15 days, if we look at the matchup for point guards, the Suns are allowing the 9th most rebounds per game and the 9th most assists per game to point guards in the last 15 days. So this is a very advantageous matchup for Ja Morant. In Ja's last 5 games, he's averaging 14.4 potential assists per game and 9 rebound chances per game, and he's converted those into 13.6 RA per game. So I'm loving that prop a lot. Another Chalkboard alt line that I have for you guys is going to be Curry over 3.5 threes. So Curry over 3.5 threes. This is 4.5 everywhere else. On Chalkboard, remember, you guys get that alt line value. You get to make it into an alt line. So let's look at his specifically his home games without Draymond Green, who is out for this game. He's actually gone over this line in 11 out of 13 home games this season, which is 85%. He's averaging almost 4.9, so basically 5 threes per game at home without Draymond this season. That is absolutely insane. So that is, we just need 4, but he's averaging 5 at home without Draymond. So that's great. And he's catching a Toronto Raptors matchup who recently just traded OG Anunoby and Malachi Flynn and Precious Achiuwa for Emmanuel Quickly. So that is a huge factor in this Curry prop because OG Anunoby was a great defender, but now that's gone, and now the Raptors have a new starting point guard in Emmanuel Quickly. So let's look. Emmanuel Quickly has played for the Toronto Raptors for 3 games, right? He's played there for 3 games. So OG Anunoby is gone, IQ in these 3 games. Let's look at how the Raptors are doing against the 3-point line. Oof, look at that. Against above the break threes, the Toronto Raptors are allowing the second highest 3-point percentage against above the break threes, 44.4% since OG Anunoby has been traded and Emmanuel Quickly has been acquired. So they have been very bad at guarding the 3 since they got IQ and got rid of OG Anunoby. And if we look at specifically IQ himself, because he will be guarding Stephen Curry in this game, if we look at just him in specific against the above the break 3-point line, he's allowing a 45.5% 3-point percentage himself. And, you know, let's just say the Raptors try to throw somebody else. They throw an RJ Barrett at Curry, which I doubt happens. But if they do, RJ Barrett's allowing a 43.4 3-point percentage, which is absolutely high. And look at this. The Raptors that are allowing the highest 3-point percentage in the last 3 games are all their starters. Jakob Poeltl, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett. They're all allowing at least a 43.4 3-point percentage against the 3. So that's absolutely amazing. You know, if Curry gets a switch off a screen and gets like Scotty on him, or he gets RJ Barrett on him, literally every single player on the Raptors has been terrible against that 3-point line. So it doesn't even matter. This team has just been garbage at guarding the 3 since trading OG Anunoby. So let's look at court IQ once again. You know, this is very good for when an injury occurs and you want to look at stats with or without a certain player. So if we take Draymond and Curry off the court, or sorry, Draymond and Chris Paul off the court, because Chris Paul just fractured his hand, so he's going to be out for this game. And the projected starting lineup is actually slotting in Podziemski in the starting lineup. So if we look at Podziemski, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson in Chris Paul and Draymond Green out per minute, because Curry does not get that 36 minutes every single game. If we look at his logs, without Draymond at home, he's actually averaging 34 minutes per game in that span. So if we look at per minute, Stephen Curry is averaging 0.13 threes per minute with this lineup. And if we times that by 30, 0.13 times 30, you get 3.9 threes. And that's just playing it safe, right? He's averaging 34 minutes. And this game only has a 2.5 point spread, which is very close, which means this should be a competitive game. So I am going to do the multiplication times 34 because he's averaged that, and this should not be a blowout. According to Vegas, they have that 2.5 point spread, which means the game should end within 2 or 3 points, which would mean Curry gets a ton of minutes. If he does get that 34 minutes that he's been averaging, that equates to 4.42 threes just with that lineup, not even incorporating the fact that it's an insanely advantageous matchup, and you know, matchup means a ton. So I'm loving this prop on Chalkboard. Curry over 3.5 threes. And then our last Chalkboard alt line for you guys is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 2.5 threes. So you get to make it that alt line on Chalkboard. If we look at his games without Darius Garland and without Evan Mobley, who have been out recently and are out once again, Donovan Mitchell is over this alt line in 5 out of 6 games this season, averaging 3.8 threes per game. So he has cleared this very comfortably, very easily in all games but one, which was against Milwaukee, and they are very good at limiting the 3. They like to let point guards, you know, get to that mid-range, get to their pull-up shots. They just limit that 3, so that does make sense. but he is over in 5 out of 6 games without Garland and Mobley, averaging 3.8 threes per game in that span. So let's look at court IQ once again, because, you know, with Garland and Mobley out, we do need to see what his numbers are with both of them off the court. So let's look at Darius Garland and Evan Mobley off the court. And then the Cavaliers, their starting lineup is going to be Donovan Mitchell, Dean Wade, Max Strus, and Isaac Okoro. And then obviously Jarrett Allen, their center. Also, if we look at his minutes in these games, he's averaging 35 minutes per game, and his last 2 games were blowouts against the Wizards, so that's why he only had 24 and 25, but he's still averaging 35 minutes per game without Mobley and Garland. So if we look at these lineups per 36 minutes, Donovan Mitchell is averaging 4.5 threes per 36 minutes with this new lineup, and if we look specifically at just per minute, remember guys, against the Wizards, he only played 24 and 25 minutes because of blowouts. This game does have a 10-point spread, so it is against the Spurs, so this could be a blowout once again. So if we times that number by 25, like let's just say this is another horrible blowout and he does only play 25 minutes. If we look at his per minute number, he's averaging 0.13 threes per minute. Right, so if we take that number and times it by 25, worst case scenario, he plays 25 minutes. That is still 3.25 threes per 25 minutes. So if this is a blowout, worst case scenario, he should still catch this line, which is absolutely crazy. Like I said before, he only played 24 and 25 minutes against the Wizards, and he still catched this line with 4 threes and 5 threes. So that is absolutely insane. And if we look at his shooting numbers in his last 4 games, because specifically last 4 games as Mobley and Garland have been out in those games. And if we look at his 3-point shooting in this span, he is shooting 44.1% from above the break threes. That is absolutely insane. That is remarkable, right? So he's been very good at the 3-point line. And if we look at the Spurs in their last 10 games, how they're doing against above the break threes, they are allowing the third highest 3-point percentage against above the break 3. So not only is Mitchell just shooting insanely above average with Garland and Mobley out, the Spurs are also allowing an insanely advantageous matchup. And specifically against point guards, in the last 30 days, the Spurs are allowing the 3rd most threes per game to point guards. So all around, just a great matchup for Donovan Mitchell to cook once again. So I know that was a lot of talking. I had a lot of talking for you guys. PrizePicks, we have DeJounte Murray over 14.5 first half PRA. We have Jalen Duren over 12.5 first half PRA. Remember, cautionary, he could get into foul trouble and that could just completely ruin the prop. So I am going light on that one. And then on Chalkboard, we have Morant over 11.5 RA, Curry over 3.5 threes, and Donovan Mitchell over 2.5 threes. This was a long video for you guys, a ton of research. We also have more props given out in the Discord. So make sure you guys join the Discord. Only $15 a month right now. Those prices will go up. That's not like a threatening, like I'm not trying to threaten you guys to join. I'm just being real with you guys. The prices will go up later this month, and I will let you guys know when I do have a specific date. I'm waiting for Rocket League to announce when they are starting their season. And if they don't soon, then I'll just come up with like a January 20th or something like that. But yeah, prices are going up soon. So $15 a month and $150 lifetime, and also $40 for 3 months. So if you guys are interested in any of those prices, check the link or check the description. I do have a link in the bio. And if that link is not working, my Twitter @RealAcePicks has the Discord link right there in the bio. So if you guys are interested in joining, we'd love to have you guys. We're cashing out. We're going crazy. We've been doing great since I started the YouTube channel, and I've been doing since before YouTube videos in the Discord. We've been doing very, very well for the past 3-4 months. So let's hope to continue it today. If you guys are tailing, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps with the algorithm. You could type out your favorite color, your favorite food. It doesn't matter. Just say good picks or tailing, whatever you want. Whatever you want it to be. It helps out with the algorithm. And I also respond to every message. So it helps out with the algorithm. Leave a like. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.